Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Life. Welcome back to the channel. I am outside on a beautiful fall day to test out this new device. This is called NOA, and it's from a company called Biped. NOA is a unique mobility tool that combines navigation, obstacle avoidance, and AI. That's why it's called NOA, N-O-A. NOA has a horseshoe shape and it just drapes over your shoulders. It is adjustable. You can bend it to better match the curvature of your shoulders, but it just drapes over with the camera and the computer here resting on your upper chest. Now it is a bit of a heavier device, coming in just under 3 pounds with the battery included, but the battery does sit in the back behind your neck, so it's actually pretty well balanced. On the left side, you have a series of wide-angle cameras, and they can see in about a 170-degree field of view. That means that it's pretty much everything on your left all the way to everything on your right. Now, this is fantastic, and this is utilized by both the obstacle detection, obstacle avoidance, as well as the AI scene description. On the right side, you have your computer system, which also includes all the buttons to control the device. The last two items you will need to complete your NOA system are bone-conducting headphones that come with the device and the mobile app. And this is something to point out, that it is recommended you only use the bone-conducting headphones that come with the device. And I'll also point out that the device will not work without the headphones, and it will definitely not work without being connected to the app. On the top of the control box, you have a very large button, which is tactile. All the buttons actually are very tactile, but this button is your power button. Long pressing this button will turn the device on and off. Pressing the button will pause or restart the functionality. And you can also do a double press of this button to get an extended AI scene description. On the left side, you have 3 buttons. The top one is your select button. Whenever you're making any changes to the NOA device, you may need to press that select button to lock in that change. The other 2 buttons are used for basically controlling playback of the audio. The real functionality of the device is with the buttons on the right side of the control box. Here you have 3 sets of 2 buttons, 6 buttons in total. And it's super easy to remember what these buttons do because they just spell out the name, NOA, N-O-A. The first top 2 buttons control navigation. You can use these buttons to choose through some of your favorite locations, so you can then navigate to those locations using turn-by-turn GPS navigation. The middle 2 buttons are the O for obstacle avoidance, obstacle detection. You can use these to customize how far away the obstacle avoidance detection system is. No, that's not the right way to say that. How close you need to be before you're alerted of an obstacle. And then finally, the 2 bottom buttons are for the A or the AI. You can use this to trigger the AI scene description, or using the AI to locate things around you. Things like doorways, stairs, crosswalks, empty chairs. When purchasing the NOA, in the box you get the device itself. You also get the bone-conducting headphones. You get 2 batteries, as well as a pretty cool battery charger. You get this Velcro chest strap that is optional to wear on the NOA device. It links the 2 sides of the NOA device here and just helps keep it secure. You get some information, some paperwork, and you also get a cleaning cloth and a carrying bag. Now we've got a train. Let's see if we can find a quieter place and I'll show you how it works. Now, one cool thing about the NOA is that it uses 3D spatial audio for its obstacle avoidance. And that's why you have to use these bone-conducting headphones. And it works really, really well. Using the system, you actually know where the obstacles are in 3D space. It's pretty cool, but unfortunately, it means that it's gonna make it really hard for me to show you guys what's going on. So instead of using the headphones, I'm going to connect it to a Bluetooth speaker, and it won't be 3D spatial audio, but it will give you a decent idea of what it sounds like, at least the best that I can replicate. I also mentioned that the device comes with these 2 batteries and that the battery sits in this rear compartment right behind your neck. Well, one really cool thing, which I truly appreciate, is that it doesn't matter which way you plug this battery into, it's gonna work either way. And also there's magnets in the bottom here. So as you slide it in, the magnets just grab it and pull it right in. All of this, the magnets and switching back and forth, it's all true for the battery charger as well.
Hello, I'm NOA, your AI mobility assistant. Please use me as a complement to a white cane or a guide dog for your own safety.
So I've just started up the app and NOA is running now. And you heard that introduction message, and that's a very important thing to mention, that in the app, on the website, in the manual, all over the place, the company Biped continually reiterates that NOA is not a standalone device. It is designed to be used either with a white cane or a guide dog. It is not a replacement for those items. It is a complement to those items. First, let's talk about NOA's obstacle avoidance. This utilizes the camera system to detect obstacles in your path. And it does this very intelligently. So if I hold my hand out in front of the NOA, you'll hear the beeping. If I raise my hand up high, it's a higher pitched beep. If I lower my hand, it's a lower tone. So this tells me where the obstacle is in front of me, whether it's up high or it's down low. One thing that you guys are not going to be able to hear through this Bluetooth speaker is it will also tell me if the obstacle is on my left, if it's right in front of me, or if it's on my right. And it does this by adjusting the audio in the headphones. If I hear the beeping more in my right ear, then I know it's on my right side. If I hear it more on the left side, it's on my left side. If I hear it equally in both ears, I know it's right in front of me. NOA works very similarly to a car. When it's backing up and you get a little too close to something, it starts to beep. Kind of the same concept. But like I said before, NOA does this very intelligently. It can actually identify different objects around you and give you the feedback based on their importance. For example, if you're walking up to a person standing in the middle of the sidewalk, NOAA's going to alert you because that's an obstacle in your way and it's not moving. You're coming up on it, it's gonna let you know. However, if you're walking and somebody passes you, but they're moving away from you, NOAA knows that that obstacle, yes, it's in front of you, but it's moving away. So you're not in any danger of running into it. So it's not going to alert you of that. You can also adjust the distance that NOAA will start to alert you of obstacles. You can do that by pressing the number 1 O button.
Obstacle detection distance: 3 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 13 feet. Obstacle detection distance: 3 feet, 5 feet.
But remember, you got to click that select button.
Selected. 5 feet.
Okay, so here's a situation you might run into. You're walking along, enjoying the day, and some inconsiderate person has left their lawnmower out, blocking the sidewalk. This is a great situation where the cane might not detect this obstacle until it's too late. Walking along here, Oh, and NOAA has detected an obstacle in my way. And because of the lower frequency of the beeps and because of the spatial audio, I get a pretty good idea of where this obstacle is. I know that it's down low and it's more kind of on my left side. All right, we're back at the park and it decided to get very cold on me. In fact, it's snowing today, which is kind of crazy. First snow of the year. I'm one of those weird people that actually love snow, so I'm very excited about this. But I'm back today to talk about the A and the N of NOAA. That's the AI and the navigation. All right, we've got the Bluetooth speaker back again today, and this is going to be a perfect opportunity to talk about how to turn off the obstacle avoidance. You just want to double tap the O2 button.
Obstacle detection disabled.
And that turns it off, so it's not going to constantly be beeping at us. One aspect of the AI is as a scene description. You can get a very long, detailed scene description, or you can get a short scene description. To get the full scene description, we're going to double click our power button. I'm going to turn around and have it scan the playground here. Don't worry, there's no kids here today. And we'll see what the AI comes up with. Got a little processing sound.
You're in a park. To your left, there is a grassy area with trees in the distance. Ahead, a few steps away, there is a playground structure. To your right, there is a paved pathway. Turn to your right and walk forward.
Now that's super cool, and it's a great example of how helpful this can be, because the path does kind of go off to the right, walking around the playground area. And so NOA, once again, super intelligent, tells me exactly where I need to go. Now I want to demonstrate how you can use the AI to find things around you. I've got a bench behind me, and this is one of the presets you can choose is an empty seat. So let's try that out. Okay, I can't feel it with my gloves on.
Item to detect. People. Doors. Crosswalks. Stairs. Open seat.
Open seat. Now remember, you got to press the select button.
I'm looking for an open seat. Please wait a few seconds. You are in a park. There is a bench a few steps away, slightly to your left.
There you go. Bench, a few steps away, slightly to my left. That's absolutely correct. Now, we are in this beautiful park with all the beautiful fall colors. I want to see what the AI scene description would say about this scene in front of me here.
Please adjust the camera module so that it points in front of you.
Whoops. It's pointing. So I wanted to see how it would describe this scene in front of me. It is essentially just an open field. All right, took the picture.
You are in a park. To your left, there is a road. Further away are some trees. Ahead, there is a field with a small tree. To your right, there is a path.
Yeah, so this is a reminder of the crazy wide field of view that NOA has. The camera and I are actually standing on a path that goes completely perpendicular to the direction that the camera is pointing. So not only did it see everything in front of me, but it also saw everything beside me as well. Okay, so cold out here, I had to put on a bunch of layers. I feel a little bit like the younger brother on A Christmas Story. But this is also a good example of one nice thing about NOA is that it doesn't matter what you're wearing. I've got a giant sweatshirt on, I've got a backpack on, and I can still use NOA without any problems even while wearing all of this. But now I want to demonstrate the GPS turn-by-turn navigation. In the app, you can set up favorite locations, and then you can cycle through those locations through the buttons on the controller here. This makes it really easy to choose what you want and then start navigation without ever even needing to pull your phone out of your pocket. Oh, my hand hurts. Oh, it's so cold. All right, let's check it out.
Select destination. Destination 1. Kroger.
Kroger, that's what I want. I'm going to hit select.
Selected. Destination 1. Kroger. Cross Ashmore Drive.
Cross Ashmore Drive. That's what this is. Crossing Ashmore Drive.
Cross Ashmore Drive.
Yeah, we are. Here's something else we can try. We've got a crosswalk right over here. I want to use AI to see if we can detect that crosswalk.
Item to detect. People. Doors. Crosswalks.
Crosswalks. All right, let's press OK.
I'm looking for crosswalks. Please wait a few seconds. You are facing a street. Ahead, there is a crosswalk. It is approximately 10 feet long. There is a street sign. On the other side of the crossing, there are houses.
All right, it got it. And it's important to mention that this isn't even a highly marked crosswalk. This is a simple crosswalk across a neighborhood street. We got the truncated domes, but that's really about it. We don't even have zebras or anything like that. Regardless though, it still got it. Pretty awesome. All right, it's cold. I'm going home. Okay guys, I am back nice and warm in the studio. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. All in all, I am very impressed with the NOAA's features, especially the camera system. Having such a wide field of view and pairing that with the AI is absolutely incredible. I'm very impressed with the performance of the obstacle detection. I love the use of the 3D spatial audio, which allows you to know exactly where that obstacle is. And the AI was great too. being able to utilize that extremely wide field of view to describe the scene in front of you and and off to the side worked really well and was extremely helpful. And then to be able to find certain things using the cameras and the AI, things like stairways, doorways, open seats, crosswalks, I can see that being very helpful in a lot of situations as well. I was not as impressed with the turn-by-turn navigation. It did it, but it didn't really do anything amazing or groundbreaking in my opinion. And that brings me to talking about the things that I'm not crazy about. Every now and then, I did run into issues trying to connect the NOA to my phone. When it connects, it does it automatically, it does it very fast, and it's great. But there were a couple times where it just would not connect, and I had to pull the battery out, restart it, relaunch the app, search for the device. It was a bit of a hassle. Eventually it did work, but it was a bit of a struggle. Touching on the app once again, just the fact that the NOA does not work unless it's connected to the app and unless it's connected to the headphones. Without the headphones and without the app, you can't use the NOA. And needing to, every time I want to use the device, making sure it's connected to the app. And not only that, but if I'm out away from Wi-Fi, I need to make sure it's connected to the hotspot on my phone. And all of that takes time, going through all the different menus and everything. It took a while. And just like trouble connecting to the app, sometimes it did not want to connect to the hotspot on my phone. Now, keep in mind, this was just my experiences. Your mileage may vary. But my biggest negative about the NOA system is the hardware itself. This is a big device. It's a big, heavy device. Whenever you have the battery installed, it's pushing 3 pounds. Although I think the functionality, the features of it are great and work really, really well, I'm just not crazy about the form factor. And I know from clients I've worked with and my audience reaching out to me, everybody's looking for small and inconspicuous. They don't want to stand out. And unfortunately, you will wearing the NOA. But if you would like more information about the NOA, I'll have that listed in the video description down below. The price currently is right around $6,400 here in the US. A huge thank you to Biped for sending out this demo unit for me to make this video. And thank you guys for watching. To learn more about The Blind Life, check out my website, theblindlife.net. There you can find all the information about my other socials, including my podcast, which is available on most podcast platforms. But that is it for this one, guys. Thanks again for watching. Sam with The Blind Life. I'll see you next time.